Good morning, everyone. Whoa, what a difference in view. It's early. I'm not even sure what time it is. I think it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know how much of that background noise you can pick up. But it rained yesterday, a little bit on Friday. Yesterday is Saturday, today is Sunday. For all you people like me who forget which day of the week it is. And it is, I'm actually quite often up at this time, but it's absolutely gorgeous out here this morning. And I'm out, I'm sitting just a little bit away from the door, right here beside the step. And I mean, even look at the water on top of the bucket now. Waxing the romantic possibly, but even that has a beauty. And look at the shot. Now the sun's over here, so I'm going to try not to blind you, but just look at the shot with the mist in the trees. Listen to the birds. Hey Liz, good morning. See, I'm not the only one who's up early. Hopefully you can hear the birds. And look, even here in the yard, between the trees, between here and the chicken coop, is the mist that's hanging in the air. It's fresh. On the hill behind me are Berkshire pigs. If I push this iPad far enough from me, I can see that Steve Muse is also there. I'm not trying to push Steve away, but my old man eyes. Found out a couple years ago that my arms are really not long enough, because I have to push that quite a ways away just to be able to see the fine print. Grapevine. It is said that bug grapevine on this property dates back to the early settlers. Perhaps some of the first grapevine was actually planted here. And just listen to the birds. I'm just going to stop for a minute and just listen. Hoping you can hear the birds. If somebody wants to send a comment and say yes, we hear the birds, or no, we don't hear the birds, that would be great, because otherwise we're just sitting here in silence. And I'm trying to balance my coffee. I usually drink my coffee black, and this morning I decided that since it was such a nice, beautiful morning here, that I was going to do something that I haven't done in a long time, because I do drink my coffee black. Oh yes, said Steve. Okay, thank you. I'd rather you listen to the birds. I take my coffee, this something that I used to do before I started drinking my coffee black. Take the coffee, add in half a teaspoon of Watkins caramel, and maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of Watkins coconut extract, and a dash of cinnamon and a dash of cocoa. Of course, that's Watkins cinnamon. Most of you know I do sell Watkins products, but it's an easy product to sell because it's so good. And then I put that all together in a glass and come up with something like this. And some of you know Babe and Jerry, if you happen to see this video, going to tell on us. Jerry worked with not only the Legion but the Lions for a long while, and the I'm trying to read Liz's comment. Good morning, Brian. When Donnie gets, and then somebody else showed up, but I think I got the gist of it, and you can hear the birds, which is wonderful. So Jerry helped with the lions. We, with our Watkins Products, helped to launch the market that used to be in the mall, the Lions Market. And this one day, we vendors had our coffee spot in the back where we had a little coffee pot set up and could make our coffee. And I believe it was Mary Ann McCormick that was out front, and I had Jerry try this, and Jerry was, oh my, that's good. And we walked out through the curtain into the public area. Thankfully there weren't any, or very few, none that I remember, customers there. But Mary Ann had this funny little look on her face. But honestly, it was just the coffee. Good morning, Julie. See, Julie is there. So yeah, I'm just going to turn this around. I'm going to stop talking and let you enjoy this beautiful Sunday morning with me. Turn it back around. If you're wondering what those blue and white things are up there on the hill, this time of year, all goats and pigs need is a little shelter, just enough to get out of the wind and rain. And we've got the sides of their shelters, one for goats, one for pigs, made out of upcycled old mink cages with tarps over top. And the way that they're positioned, if the wind was coming directly through, we'd put on side panels, but knowing which way the winds blow here helps. And we position those cages in such a way that it really doesn't blow directly through. It's 6 compartments, all with a plastic in between, and that plastic helps to break the wind. And I'll tell you, since we moved the pigs up here and put them in that, they're, I say, rooting and tooting and going, and their little tails are spinning, and they're just as happy as literally after yesterday's rain, pigs in mud. And the goats, they're up a little further up on top of the hill, and it's not muddy up there. Of course, the goats, they don't till up the ground to make it muddy, but they're happy as well, and they're doing great up there. Well, you know, I see, like, we have a number of people watching this morning, and that's sure appreciated. Now, I don't know if I can do this or not. I've never tried to scroll back through the comments. Oh, there we go. Brian, you need to speak up. Agnes, everybody tells me that. I tell them that they've got to clean their ears out. I'm being smart. I know I do. I'm a low talker, so turn your speakers up, and hopefully that will do the trick. And I'm very soft-spoken. There are times that I may not be. Hopefully you'll never witness those. Yeah, as with most people, I do tend to lose it from time to time. My Irish temper comes out. Anyway, I just thought that I would share my morning with you from Briden Farm, where the tea is all gone and the coffee is not far behind. And you can follow us online at bridenfarm.com. Good morning, Gina. Gina's the wonderful lady that we get our piglets from, and she does such a wonderful job down there near Port Maitland, raising pigs. Last year was the first year that we ever raised pigs, and I remember walking out in her field, and maybe it was a little crazy, but seemed to work quite well. As you would for a dog, and not put my hand up, I put my hand down. Can't really film that here this morning, but put my hand down beside me, and all this group of pigs come charging towards me, all about 50 to 70 pounds, I think those ones were, and they all come up and stuck my hand and went on their way. Then we took a walk around, and we didn't actually go in and, touch or pat the adults, but they were safely behind single strand electric wire, trained to that, like ours here are now, and they're all, they were all calm. My dad used to, I say our farm is kind of my rebellion, and it wasn't purposely planned this way. My dad didn't like goats, he didn't like pigs, and he didn't like turkeys. Well, we don't have turkeys here yet, but we have goats and we have pigs. And Gina's the person that we source those pigs from, and they are wonderful. They're as naturally raised as possible, kept healthy, gentle, handled, well handled, and so when we get them at a couple or 3 months old, they are easy to work with. And one thing that Gina taught me is you never ever chase a pig. And there have been times that our pigs have gotten out for a very short period of time, and all they do is they grab the feed bucket and we call them. I'm not going to make the call now because they'll probably come right down off the hill. They through the fence, if I was to call them to come here. They behave well, and Larry, Curly, and Mo are the ones that we have this year. Last year it was Tom and Jerry, and we give them the best home possible for as long as possible. But by fall, they will be going off to, somebody said Camp Kenmore, freezer camp, and they'll become, instead of Larry, Curly, and Mo, they'll become ham, sausage, and bacon. But what's also one of the reasons that we chose the Berkshire pigs is because they're well marbled, a heritage breed that has a real nice flavor after spending time outside, living life the way that we're supposed to, roaming the woodlands. And we rotate our pasture every 2 weeks and keep them on fresh ground to eliminate any parasites, actually keep away from any parasites. And it works quite smoothly, knock on wood. Hopefully I don't jinx myself and they all get out today and run away, but in about a year and a half, or this being our second year, they're doing well. Our second year with different pigs, and I'm quite enjoying it. As I thought I would, get along quite well with pigs, and have overcome my fear of being around them, which is, in and of itself, a good thing. Anyway, I am going to say good morning, or goodbye for the day, or goodbye for now, and just sit here and enjoy this beautiful view. Ciao for now.